Hi, Google Plus and YouTube. I'm overly excited. All right, today we're going to make an American gyros loaf. This is not traditional gyros. I don't have a spit nor a rotisserie, and 18 pounds of chicken, beef, and pork and lamb. So this is the stuff we get here stateside. And I finally perfected my recipe after this is the fifth or sixth time. So bear with me in my teeny tiny kitchen. I had to clean up first. The dishwasher just went off. However, my children are up. So there's no telling what may go on here. All kinds of stuff. My kids, they don't care. Mommy's taping. We don't care. They just want to eat. So let's get started because it's a lot of stuff. And here's my daughter, Lauren. What? Now, what is it? What? Tell Mama what you want. You want some more probiotic? I make water kefir too. Where's your cup? Let's go get your cup. Come on. Love Mama. Okay. There are going to be lots of interruptions today. There will be many, many, many interruptions today. Matter of fact, I can't even start just yet. I have to make probiotic for my daughter. Now, water kefir grains are like milk kefir grains, except they're for water. She threw her cup in the sink. So I don't have a high tolerance for milk. You know, after a couple of times, it's not going to be good for me. So I found water kefir grains, and you put raw cane sugar in it with purified water, alkalinized. Okay, I put baking powder, baking soda in it, like 1/8 teaspoon, 1/4 teaspoon. And then you just keep mixing it, and it keeps growing, maybe a little piece of eggshell from where you've boiled eggs or something, and it grows exponentially. And that's it. And you drink it. And probiotics are good for gut bacteria. It makes for healthy gut bacteria. So I need all the help I can get. I need all the help I can get. No, I'm not going to take this time. I'm not going to fill up all the ice trays right now. See if somebody else will do it. Don't you do that at home? Use up all the ice. See how long it takes somebody else to fill it up. You're not going to do it. All right. Give Lauren a straw. A straw makes everything nicer. You get a straw. And here we go. All right, I'm back. Okay, the first thing that I want to do, which I should have done earlier. See, my kids are going to eat something else today. We're not going to have this today because it's not going to be ready. It's 4 o'clock and I'm just not starting. So first we need to, let me let you see this. There. The first thing I want to do is grind some cucumbers, or juice them rather. And here's the recipe that I've been using. I've been using, it's backwards, wow. Well, it has lamb. It calls for lamb and olive oil. And I've been using those recipes, but this is just ground beef and turkey. So for the tzatziki sauce, the white yogurt-based sauce, we're gonna make that first because the cucumber and the spices need to marry. They need to marry. So what I decided to do is just use my juicer, because what I need to do is remove the juice from the cucumber. So after I grind this, I'm going to sprinkle some salt on it, some salt, and set it to the side so it can continue to drain. And then I'm going to reserve that drain juice for other things. You can put, if you soap make or lotion make, it's for that. If you want to use it in an alcoholic beverage, it's for that, or it could be a non-alcoholic beverage. It has a nice cucumber taste to it because it comes from cucumbers. It's the water from the cucumbers, and it's good for you. Okay, we all need every little bit of help we can get. So if you have an opportunity to eat something or do something good for yourself, take it. Because the next time it comes around, you may not be paying attention or you don't want to. Now, I also decided to put some other type of vegetable juices in my tzatziki. I'm sorry, my gyros. So let's go. I have to cut things up. This is a masticating juicer, and I have to cut this stuff up. I don't know what I was thinking. And this is 2 cucumbers that I peeled because I don't like the texture of unpeeled cucumbers in it. And along with the cucumber, I'm going to put garlic. I'm going to put 3 cloves of garlic. Three. And now we got to continue with this here thing. I don't know, can you guys see that? I'm going to extract all the juice and use it for something else. And then I'm going to just take the pulp and use it for my tzatziki sauce. It's TSZKS. I don't know. It's Greek. I'm not Greek. But I like Greek food. Now, yesterday, I felt like crap. I couldn't even get up out of the bed to make this because it was just too many steps. Yeah. I let it run for a little while. Oh dear. That was not good to do. But the pulp gets stuck in here. Now I can't get my money back or anything. I avoided the warranty. They're not on camera. There. It's getting there. All right, that's good enough. You want to know, well, why aren't you going to, take it apart and clean it? And it's like, no, not right now. I don't know if that's been there all along or there. Sorry about that. All right, so what am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, I want to strain this. I don't know what happened to my little strainer, but not this one. All right, I want to strain this juice. Because there's pulp in this juice. With the masticating juicers, you get a lot of pulp. That's just fine with me. It's fine. Okay. Now that's done. Garlic, which is good for you, and cucumber juice. All right. Just grab them on. There. See? That's quite a bit of pulp. That will, it's a fine pulp that will taste really good in the sauce. So. That's of it. Now, the only vegetable that's going in there are the cucumber. And I put garlic in there too. The recipe itself is 10 ounces of cucumber. I forget where I get this from, Outline. 1 garlic clove. I'm going to use, this is like a triple recipe. Dill, Greek yogurt, olive oil, vinegar, salt, and pepper. This recipe, these recipes have been tweaked by me. So these are not the original recipes. You're going to have to do what I did and go online and find a recipe. I'm just showing you how many different steps there are to this particular process, because at one point I decided to grind my own meat for it. I won't do that again, because when I realized how much how much fat pork or sausage has in it, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. There's a lot of fat in sausage, and if you don't put the fat in the sausage, it tastes horrible. So I'm gonna put this in here. For a minute, and then I'm gonna grab some canning and pickling salt. I guess you could use. They said it was recommended kosher salt, but. The salt will dry out the rest of the water. And this has to sit. This has to sit. I'm going to sit it right here. Now, the meat has to be ground, and I'm going to add spinach because that's what the recipe calls for. Yeah, that's right. You got to grind the meat, grind the spinach. There are a lot of steps. A lot of steps to this process. So let's get going. And this, of course, will taste much better the next day. What I decided to do is to grind up all my vegetables relevant to the meat. Okay, to separate the the juice from the fiber, so that I can add it back in at my pace. So again, we're putting garlic, 1 onion, I like my, this is a Chef Star masticating juicer. I like my juicer. I grow wheatgrass too. I just don't have any plants going right now. Maybe I'll cut that with a whole onion. And this is what I'm talking about. There's a lot of prep to this. You probably don't have to do this, but I do. Because even though we're just having sandwiches, there are vegetables in the meat mixture. So I know they're getting their vegetables because I put the vegetables in the meat. That's what mommies do. If it doesn't fit in the hole, you gotta cut it again. There we go. Now this is filled with chlorophyll. This is the peelings from the cucumber. I'm putting this in there too. This is where your vitamins are. Did I put too many? Maybe. I'm avoiding the heck out of orange, aren't I? So yeah, this is a no waste dealio here. That in there. I think I need to wait. I got quite a bit of stuff to grind up. And see, there's still some cucumber pulp coming out. Take that and put that here. I also want an apple in my meat mixture to add some sweetness, because the recipe actually called for sugar. I don't want to put sugar in it unless I really just have to. It makes a difference, it does. If I have to, I will. But if I can get away with putting an apple in there, I'll pat myself on the back at Mommyville. Because even though they will eat them, it's only to a point they will eat them. They won't eat enough to get their daily values, you know. I want them to eat enough to get their daily values. There's so many vegetables and fruits you're supposed to eat per day. So I bet you this juice tastes really good. talking about? It didn't even occur. I turned the mic all the way up. So let me see. While that's going, am I doing things correctly here? Because I didn't really check it, so I don't know. I know I'm live. Here are the tools. The cameraman. I thought I was the cameraman. I don't know. I guess. Now this needs to be enhanced. I need to brighten it. I know that. I need to focus. There. Is that better? Yeah, focus. I don't know about that. I don't like the focus. Like enhanced. Maybe if I take it all away. Original. I don't see much difference. Right. All right. I'm a little. Maybe I'll turn my mic all the way up. All right. So I need to get a container to put the juice in so that I can add it at will. And this doesn't have to be a delicate operation or anything like that. I just need a pretty big cup to start pouring this juice in. To be honest, I need to strain this. I don't know where my other strainer is. And let's just put all of this. I put it all in there. I hope you guys are watching the news and keeping up with the Ebola information. We all need to know how to stay safe. Doesn't hurt anybody to know how to stay safe. I've been watching CNN all day. This is almost the mesh on the strainer is very fine. So the goal for your yogurt sauce for your gyros is for it to be thick. And I make my own yogurt. Plus I have some store-bought yogurt, Greek yogurt. And the yogurt that I made, I put kefir in as an experiment. And it's soft. When I just make Greek yogurt, and you can look on YouTube for the recipe to homemade yogurt, how to make yogurt at home. It's really simple. It turns out like Greek yogurt, but I wanted a few more strains of good bacteria in there. Now, this is gonna have to, I need to move along. See, yeah, see? Oh, actually, that needs to like in there. Stir that salt that I put in there earlier. There. So that can go ahead and do what it needs to do. It needs to drain of all liquid. And I need to have it that way drained before I put my put the pulp in there. All right, so other things that I want to put in my meat. Before I pull the meat out the refrigerator, I'm going to get all the items together. I've even mixed up some of the spices in here because half the battle is prep. So these are parsley root. This is good for you when juicing, Brussels sprouts, and a whole beet. These are items that are good for you when you juice. But vegetables and fruits lose their nutritional value. You leave them in there for a long time. So these things have been in there. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just been in there a long time. So it's time to just, go ahead and use them up. Cut the ends off. And your kids will have no idea what you're putting in there. All kind of vegetables. My son said he's mature enough to choose whether or not he eats his vegetables, and I said that's why I hide them. I don't want you to have a choice. I want you to eat them because that's the job of mommy, to make sure you have enough nutrition in your body. We all were made to do stuff. I tell you, they did not call for any parsley in this meat. So I'm going to leave out the parsley root. I have parsley growing outside. I'm going to put a little bit of ginger in there. Honestly, now she just messing. No, I'm not. I'll put a little bit of parsley in there. I'll put a little bit of ginger in there. This is something that you have to eat, so it needs to taste the way you need it to taste. So I know what tastes good to my family and the things that are good to put in recipes like this. So that's what I'm doing. So it may not be exactly the way that it was supposed to, like it was on the web. It's not the same recipe when I'm done with it. Because most recipes, like most chefs, they're going to give you the basics and that's it. And you got to experiment from there. And your family has to roll with that. They got to eat some stuff they may not want to eat sometimes. Hard. Go. Yeah, this is the arduous. I mean, I'm just standing here. I thought I'd bring you guys in because, oh, see, it's not loud enough. Here we go. That's better. And this little box says you. What does that mean? Present to everyone. I'm presenting to everyone. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I just touched that keyboard. I make soap too. Look. I made myself some chef soap because I just got tired of my hands being dry during cooking. I was actually looking for a lotion recipe. I found it, make the lotion and the soap. So that's what I do. I need to get to it. This thing's getting hot. Put that was ginger. Garlic's already in there. Ginger, this is Brussels sprouts. And you're wondering, are they gonna be able to taste all that? No. That's why I can do it, because they're not gonna be able to taste all that. Vegetables don't a lot of times have a lot of flavor profile. Just a little bit of flavor. Now I'm not putting the whole beet, just enough to give it color. I don't know if you can see this. This is getting my hands red. It's good for natural coloring. You want your meat to look vibrant. Put some beets in there. Fresh beets. Add nice color to it. Has a lot of vitamins in it. And there's a lot of pulp again. I'm not adding this pulp to the yogurt sauce. I'm only separating it because I want to use it where it benefits me, so I can decide how much or how little to put in there. And I'm going to put something in here. Just a little bit. Give it a little push. Maybe just a little bit more. Give it a little push. Clean it out. There we go. Waiting the warranty again. So I'm going to let this run until it's done. And then we're going to move on to crushing crackers. You need like 3 sleeves of crackers for this. It's insane. I thought I was supposed to put onion in the sauce. It's hot. And I need to put away the beets. Once I get the cracker crushed up, then I can start the process of regrinding the meat. The meat has to go through the food processor. So I have 2 food processors, a Ninja, like the old Ninja, and then I have a regular food processor from Walmart. All right. Along with the crackers, I'm going to put cloves, whole cloves in there so they could get crunched up as well. Even though I do have a spice grinder. Should I use the spice grinder? Because if I use the spice grinder, then I might as well grind up the peppercorn too. I take the, because this is going to take forever to grind. It calls for fresh ground pepper. Oh, thank you, Lord. Right. All right. So I'm going to get the spice grinder. I don't have anywhere to plug it up. This is the spice grinder. My old spice grinder gave up after 20 years. That's it. Yeah, I didn't measure that. It said 5 tablespoons. That's a lot of pepper, but it's a lot of meat. And this is where I bought the pepper. Okay. Oh, I also have black cumin that I need to put in here. This is good for you too. It's backwards. Black cumin or black seed. It adds a wonderful flavor to the meat. And it makes it more authentic, if you ask me. And I know they don't put all this in theirs. But it's something about going out to eat and you didn't have to cook it. That's really wonderful. It tastes different because you didn't have to cook it. I know you guys don't want to see this. I'll just turn sorry about the boob shot there. Look. Meat grind, this is spice grinder. And we wait. Until it stops making that tink, 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 tink sound. All right, so now thus far I have my spices prepared to go in. 1 teaspoon. Oh, 1 teaspoon at a time. My spices are prepared to go in. I've ground, one more thing to grind. It's the spinach. I have to grind the spinach. But I also have to let I think I need to let my, I should let my juicer cool off. So, let's put these things up. And I'm also on Pal Talk in the room Black Chatters. I'm in that room. That's my room. There's no music, just me on cam. Hi, Black Chatters, if you're in here. I don't know. And I don't have anybody here with me on Google Plus. So I'm going to tell you about that usage of the cucumber juice to make a drink. Okay, give me a minute. I need some ice. All righty. This is 1 ounce of alcohol. And I'm gonna put a shot in there and a half a teaspoon of lemon juice, 1 shot of whiskey. And this is what you do. All of some of the juice, the cucumber juice, and there's garlic in here too. It's good for you. There you go. Now, you see I did not use all of it. I did not use all of it, children. I hope there are no children in here. I hope there are no children in here. And I need some tea. Yeah, I have a pot of green tea right here. I drink green tea constantly. My friend Antoinette told me to drink green tea. She's very thin. She has always been thin. And she's still thin. But the green tea was making her too thin. So, but she told me about it. And so I said, what? Let me start drinking green tea. So I buy green tea. I get mine from Kroger or Food for Less around here. It's Food for Less, but it's still Kroger. And yeah, the shaker that I had is gone. So this is the oldie salsa jar. Any jar with a lid because the tea is still warm. And you just take the tea, you pour it in a glass. Or you could go that way. Shaken, not stirred. I'm good for that. All right, now we're going to do the delicate maneuver called moving to the table as my appliance cools down because I don't want to have a problem. So if it needs to cool down, it needs to cool down. Oh, wow, there's a lot of stuff on my table, too. Okay, I'll just do it like this. I'll just unplug it. Yay! I'm moving here. And I'm going to sit here. And you're going to sit there. And we're going to move my other projects to the side for a minute. And this. Oh, well, I guess I can. See, I put all this stuff in this basket. I figure I wouldn't have to keep walking back and forth. And yeah, do this. I got so much stuff here. That's not going to make it across the divide. So we'll just unplug it. And here's the cord there. So yeah, I guess that was a kind of a good idea. There. I'm doing a lot of stuff. Oh, I am. I'm doing a lot of stuff. I don't know why this camera just looks, I don't know. My camera doesn't look so hot. It doesn't. So my son was correct. I didn't know it was going to be this bad. So I don't know what I've done. Is that better? I like a little piggy. That's my pumice olive oil. I'm going to be making some olive oil soap. It takes a year to cure. So, there. It takes a year to cure. You can use it before, but it'll probably burn or make your skin really, really dry. Oh, I forgot my, okay. I forgot my concoction. Hi, Black Chatters. Forehead. You know, forehead's gotten bigger. I don't understand that. How your forehead get bigger? Yeah. I know. You hear Lauren in the background. She's like, ha! How does your forehead get bigger? You ever notice how you buy glasses and whatnot for your kitchen and they don't last that long and they disappear over time and nobody ever knows, where they've gone? I've noticed that. And I'll ask my children, what have you done? What have you done? I don't know. It doesn't matter. And nobody ever knows where things go or if it's been. I just want to know if it's been broken so I can vacuum. First, you sweep, then you vacuum, then you mop. And that will pretty much get, whatever. If I get up one more time. Oh, I don't have to get up one more time. All right. So, thus far, you see, it's a lot of steps. And you can use this method to get more vegetables into your children. Oh wow, it says in zero view, nobody's watching. Jeez. Anyway, you can use this to get more vegetables into your children. Because even if they're 16, they're not actually doing what they should be doing as far as food. Either they're following some crazy fad or whatever. Now I know you're saying, oh yeah, children should not be watching this, but since nobody's watching, don't tell. It's my dirty secret. My aunt told me a long time ago, if you're gonna smoke, you smoke in the house, or just don't let other people in public see you smoke. No one needs to know that. Wow, there's a lot of garlic in that. A lot of people who make home remedies, they use Everclear and 100%, 150 or high alcohol vodka and whatnot to extract certain things to make tinctures. So that's only an ounce. I suppose that is really strong. It's bitter. And whiskey usually makes it sweet. It's bitter because I put the peel from 2 cucumbers in it, and the chlorophyll can be bitter. But the chlorophyll is what you want. And if I'm, smoking or what have you, I need to go ahead and try to do what I can to combat that. Alrighty. I'm talking to myself because there's nobody here. Now let's click around with this. And as I said, I got this, what is it? A gallon of pomace oil for like less than $16 at Gordon Food Service. And that means I don't have to pay for shipping and whatever. I can just go get it. If I can get them to carry cocoa butter and coconut oil in large containers, then that'd be great. I can hear the children outside practicing their cheers. It's so nice to hear children and their voices. They're being good. Sometimes they're not. I don't know. I'm going to see if I can. Adjust bandwidth usage. That's even worse. I'm adjusting the bandwidth because the video is not very clear. This is my first time in Google Hangouts, so it's not very clear. Why do I want to make gyros? Someone, no, a friend of mine asked me that. Well, because the children enjoy it. And like I told him, I don't have to have it. I don't. Because traditionally you're putting pork in it, ground pork. Drawing each other inside a hangout, I guess. There are no people here, so there's no Q&A. And I've shared all my knowledge. Oh, I have one viewer? Is that me? How do I... Hi, viewer. I'm making a gyros. Open the chat. Let's just see. Yeah. 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 It says I have one viewer, but I don't know who the viewer is, so just thank you. That one viewer may be me. So you're welcome, Leslie. I'm waiting for my juicer to cool down. I have a few more vegetables, a bag of spinach actually, to juice. And the reason that I do that is so that I can control how much liquid is in the meat, because the meat has to be reground and reconstituted. It's like making hot dogs or sausages or something. You turn it into a meat slurry, and then you add cracker meal to bring it to the point where you want it to be. Yeah, I know, sounds crazy, right? But there's a texture that you're trying to achieve with the gyros loaf. There's a texture. And so if you separate the dry from the wet, then it's easier to calculate what you need. And then when it's mixed the way you like it, what you do is that you put it in a form. Now you could get inventive. You know, a large open-ended can would be great that you line with foil, I guess. Or I'm just using foil, and it's going to be poured onto the foil, and then I'm going to roll the foil up into a tube, and then I'm going to put the meat tube in the oven at 325 degrees for about 2 hours, and I'm going to add a pan of water on the rack beneath the meat tube and let it cook. And then you take your electric knife and you slice off little slivers, just like you do at the gyros place. And that's the best way I've found to recreate a gyros at home. If you have any other methods, you should let me know. Or make your own video and I'll look at it. And I'll add that to my repertoire. Well, I had one viewer. That viewer's gone. Bye, viewer. I guess it wasn't me because I'm still here. Now, I don't know when the Real Housewives start. I need to pay attention. But when it starts, I'm going to watch it. And Newsroom doesn't start until November. And I believe Veep is coming back on. Madam Secretary on CBS is an excellent show. I love that show. So I'm going to watch that. It's a good show. Tia Leone, she's still knocking it out the park. Kudos. That's all. Um, I'm just clicking around on this to see how it works, really. I don't know what presenting. Am I presenting? I'm still broadcasting. There. Now in this little box it says you. I put my profile in there. Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. I've done something. What have I done? I don't know what I've done. I guess. I guess. I don't know what I've done. I do not know what I have done, but it was not broadcasting. So we'll see what happens. I don't have on any makeup because I have allergy eyes. Sorry. Mm. Okay, I'm cooking. I'll be right back. Oh, thanks. I'm back. Let's cool down.
I'm Barack Obama, and I approve this message. There is not a liberal America and a conservative America. There is the United States of America. We are one people. All of us all of us representing the United States of America.
All right. No, it's like 5. It's like 5:30. I'm not inviting anybody. I don't know what I've done. Right? I'm already in a. Take me there. Okay. It says I'm in a video call. I don't know. I don't know. Am I still live? Yeah, I guess so I don't know. Well, the juicer did it cooled off. So uh so I guess we can just continue. All right. So we have the spinach. Look, we have the spinach and we're going to juice it. Okay. I don't let's see. Is that better? And then I'll just get over here where I'm supposed to be. And I'll just put this right here. There. All right. Spinach juicer. Let's go. And you can drink this too. It's good for you. There. I might have to clean it because I don't hear anything. I don't see any juice. You can see some green here. I'm gonna add some water to it. Does that help? Yeah, that helps. Here we go. This could alternatively be called how to hide vegetables in food for children. Sometimes adults too, you know. I think what I'm going to have to do is open this up and take some of the stuff out. It gets to see it's all mushed up and full. Yeah, the juices are better than this sometimes because I have to clean the auger. I'm just dumping all this stuff back in there. I don't actually need to put this stuff in there. It's very dry. The thing that I do like about this juicer is that the pulp is very dry. You know, you're ejecting and extracting all of the juice. There. There's a lot of mess over here. If it comes on, you did it right. So now, put this back in there. I bought the masticating juicer for leafy greens. Spinach is a leafy green. So is wheatgrass. Because the cylindrical juicers, they won't juice it. You know, because it's mostly fiber. There it goes. Yeah. I'm actually listening to the news. I'm listening to what they're saying. And when I say the news, I mean CNN. It says I'm broadcasting. I guess I am. It says I have one viewer. Hi, viewer. I am preparing. It's a lot of steps to prepare for the American Gyro loaf. One of the steps is to add spinach. So I'm juicing all of the vegetables that go into this loaf. And yeah, the recipe calls for spinach. It's a good way to get vegetables into your family. Now that's always mom's domain. So. And I'm also putting the fiber content in the loaf as well. I want it separate so that I can moderate how much of each goes in. Because when you put a whole vegetable in something, I mean, how else are you going to get it in there? At least if I take the juice out first, then I can say how much juice or fiber goes in. Don't worry, it won't take that much longer to get this done. Let's stuff out of the way. There. Look at this mess here. Seriously. Look at this. I mopped and swept before, and I'll be mopping and sweeping after. You got to clean before and after. Unless you get one of your nice kids to do it for you or help you with it. I mean, I have to move all this stuff out the way and bleach my countertop. That's something to do. I need to add a little bit more water. Because we're going to have to make a meat slurry to make a loaf. It's like making sausage. And if you want to drink this juice, you can. Lots of people choose. It's good for you. After we juice, we're going to grind the crackers. We need several sleeves of crackers. Ground. This is about to stop. So let's start prepping our food processor. I have vegetables in here. Don't worry. All right, let's take that out. Put that in. All right. I think for the deal was in the you're gonna need a meat thermometer. about all I'm going to get out of that. So I'm kind of tight over here. You guys know what a food processor is, I guess. There. It's right here. Here's a bandwidth issue. It's the camera is just not that. I don't know. I tried not finagling with this thing, but I don't know what to say or do. It says that I'm live, and I'm brightening it. Warm looks better. Smooth looks better. Now right here it says profile present to everyone. I don't really know what that means. It says that it's live and it says that I can stop the broadcast. I don't want to, so all right. What I think is best to do is put the whole sleeve in there. Yeah, it is kind of expensive, but it's not as expensive as a lot of other things to make something that, you know, family favorite. It has become, and that's why I'm making it. There's a lot of steps to it. All right. Cracker meal. You can put your dry together. So that means the cracked black pepper that we ground in the spice grinder along with the clove. You can put that in there too, in here. And I think that's what I'll do. Dry goes with dry, wet goes with wet, and then you mix it in to the meat. And the meat has to be processed as well. So that's why I'm doing all this first. So when it's time to process the meat, you know, I can just add in as I need to. Yeah, you want to unplug the spice grinder before you stick your finger in there to get the spices stuck to the inside. You don't want your finger cut off. There. This is what my spice grinder did. And I got it from some little shop. I can't remember the name of it. Around here, it was $10. I'm putting all the dry together. I'm just going to do one sleeve at a time to make sure it gets done correctly. another successful batch. Oh, yeah. And you can always save any leftover cracker meal. You know, who doesn't need that from time to time? Oh, here we go. Now we need a teaspoon of everything. This is half a teaspoon. You know, I have a hard time keeping up with measuring spoons. I do. Okay, this is a tablespoon. Is it a tablespoon or a teaspoon? Only this morning it was a teaspoon of everything. Oh, I forgot the coriander. It's a half teaspoon in one. So. But I still would like to know where my teaspoons are. And this is like triple the recipe. Because I'm thinking, you know, I won't have to make it again for a while. If I make enough of it, because this freezes well. It's basically a meatloaf. It freezes well. So since this is a big double recipe size, I'm putting all my dries together. One. You gotta be careful with coriander. It can actually ruin the taste of your food. And I'm into turmeric now, so I put turmeric in everything. Whether it's supposed to be in there or not, it's going. So you come to my house, you eating, it's turmeric in it. Half a teaspoon of turmeric. Put that back. It's already garlic in it. Half teaspoon of garlic. This is nice. I need to buy oregano. Color. Half teaspoon of paprika. Half teaspoon of chili powder. Ooh, fast when we can. This is a quarter teaspoon of pure cinnamon. It's really an eighth because I put nutmeg in it. And you'd be surprised how cinnamon can really make a recipe sing. And this is Italian seasoning. More than halfway. Okay. Half a teaspoon of that. But you don't want to put too much. It adds a whole new dimension to your meats and stews and whatnot. And sometimes you'll find that's what's missing. And then what I do, I also put a teaspoon of cocoa powder in it to give it more depth than just meat. You know, well, when I was growing up, we had meat. We ate meat. But they cooked it so long that, I don't know, I just didn't like the taste of meat. Not enough to make it. But when I found out how to flavor it, it's good. But it's also good to not eat as much meat. Meat should be a treat. Oh, yeah. All right, so that's that. This is steak seasoning. Yeah, that's it for that. And I need to remember to get more of that, more of this, more of this, and more of this. So these need to stay on the counter. That's what mom does. Leave the things that are empty on the counter or someplace where you can see them every day and you'll remember to get them. Even if you have to throw them in your purse or something and just take them on with you to the car. You know, why is this in the car with me? You need to get more of it. Okay. I'm also going to put liquid smoke in it. And this is for the Tzatziki sauce. Speaking of, let's check on that. What we've done with it is to put canning or pickling salt. There's a lot of liquid in this bowl. You can't see it. And so I'm going to take a spoon and I'm going to mash out the remaining liquid so I can go ahead and get that into my yogurt. Because you want the flavors to marry. Now it's 6 o'clock. We're going to eat something else for dinner. Now my son, he will stay up to whenever this is done because this sauce needs to marinate with the cucumber and the seasonings for at least 2 hours so the flavors can marry. Now last time, since I'm growing a little bit of mint, I put mint in it. You don't have to. I'm going to put a drop of peppermint oil. And just get all of the liquid out. My phone's doing something. I can't get to you right now, though. Sorry. I don't want to mess this up. It's a lot of food in this. Okay. I put 5 drops of peppermint oil. Excuse me. Now what I'm going to do is take this spoon and, yeah, we're going to use that cucumber juice. You can use it if you need extra liquid for your meat slurry. I don't want the liquid from this yogurt in here, though. So you just want to take some of this. And I already took half a cup of yogurt out for later so I can make more so that I'm never out. Greek yogurt is good for everyone, especially children. Now this is cucumber and yogurt with 5 drops of peppermint oil. And this, it makes it so thick when you make sure you get all of the liquid out. That's my son, William. He likes to eat. There. Put that back in there so those flavors can start going and doing. Oh my. Mm-hmm. That's nice. You know, Aldi has peppermint oil and the other seasonal flavorings available now. And I've been making peppermint mocha. I have. If you use lamb, ground lamb, that's going to taste wonderful. I've been having peppermint mocha coffee. So I picked up a sniffle and I switched back to green tea. All right. Get those out the way. We have our cracker meal. Put that back. There's a lot of stuff. I have old French fries, homemade French fries, potatoes. Okay, well, no one ate a few of them. I ground those up too. I put it in the eggs this morning that we had, and it was good. And I'm also putting it in the gyros. It's ground potatoes. Everything's not going to always look nice. Keep that in mind. Sausage making is not pretty. It never has been, and it never will be until we change our perception of pretty. But this is going to look disgusting. I'm telling you now. Wear my rubber gloves because I don't want this stuff all over me. Oh, I just had them. Here you go. I don't. I do not like handling meat. I want meat juice on me. You know, a lot of things that women have to do that may not start out liking. And I'm not trying to be funny or facetious. It's just in cooking, childbirth, things like that. Think back to the first time of your brand new baby whose butt you had to change outside of the hospital is just your family. You know, the whole pregnancy thing is over. And you got the little one stinking at the butt. And it's 2:00 in the morning. And you get a little bit of it on you. You're not wearing gloves. You're not telling anybody about it. And you just try to live through it. That's kind of how this is. I'm just going to try to live through it. Oh my God. Look at this. All right. We got the turkey. The ground beef. I don't know what that is. I don't, but it's got meat blood in it. What is this? Something that I'll put in my refrigerator in a Ziploc bag. What is this? I don't know. I guess I can figure out. Oh, I know what this is. Nobody wants this. This needs to go in the garbage. Some stuff, the kids will eat later, and some stuff they don't. Oh, let me put the. I forgot. You got to put dill in this. Dill goes in the sriracha sauce. And I have some fresh dill that has dried naturally in the back of our refrigerator. And that's what I'm using. Yeah. It's fresh dill in the back of my refrigerator. And it dried naturally in there. So I use that. You said 1 tablespoon. I don't think that's 1 tablespoon. This might be 1 tablespoon. I'm putting dill in the yogurt sauce. It needs to sit there and come together. Let's see. It becomes warm. All right, turkey. Ground potato. This is ground potato, everybody. And if it needs it, I might put an egg, but I don't need an egg because when you put the oil, this recipe calls for a half cup of olive oil in the meat. You're not gonna need the egg. It'll come right together too. So I've been grinding things up all day. And this is how this is gonna go. I'm gonna open our ground turkey. This is how I open ground turkey. It's very soft. So 2 pounds of ground turkey, and I think this is 3 pounds of ground beef. So by the time I get done, it might be a 5 or 6 pound loaf. Well, it's a nice size. You got to consider, the cooking length, and because this cooks in a water bath, which means it could be slower. Which is why I said this won't be ready tonight. The children go. I'm gonna put a little bit of the ground beef. That's how this is gonna work out for me. A little bit of the ground beef, a little bit of the turkey, and a little bit of the potato, ground potato. Until it's all incorporated. I put a whole onion in there. I need some onion powder though. I don't have any onion powder anymore. Still have garlic. This is some liquid here. The liquid smoke is really going to be fabulous. And a little bit more. I'm not going to put the cracker meal in to last, and I'm going to mix it. I don't know. Maybe I can do it a new way. You need water. Which is why I wasn't going to put any cracker meal in right away. Well, not water, but liquid. All right, I got to take this out of the shot of the camera over here where this particular apparatus is housed. Go ahead and turn my oven on. And that's what I was going to do. I'm going to put my meat in this pot and stir it up. I need some more liquid. Just a little bit. That's why I didn't put the cracker meal in there the first time that way. I don't like it that way. Like when I say slurry, I mean slurry. This takes quite a bit of time. Boys and girls, this takes quite a bit of time. I don't want to overwork my processor. But there's a lot of stuff in here to mix up. And if you don't have it mixed properly, it won't form the loaf properly. So when you slice it, it won't look or have the texture that you need. Sit. Excuse me. Next time I'm not putting so much in there. Oh well, I could just turn it this way. Yeah, it's over here. Yeah, I'm a little tired now. I'm really tired. And I think what I'm going to do, because I am getting tired, that's what I get tired after a while. It just takes a lot. So take the part that's not round off. The rest goes in here. I need to mix this on top of putting it in the food processor. I have to mix it. It's like a fluff, a meat fluff. How about that? A meat fluff. A meat souffle. There. Or spoon it. When I say something's a pain in the ass, I mean it. That's the oven heating up. So it can be ready to go when I'm done. Now, we can go sit down after this. After I get through with the doing of this. All right, that needs to be washed. You know, meat has all these different strands. There. This is gross. Okay. Now, this is what didn't grind. I'm only putting a little bit more in here. I'm not going to load it up so much. And then you put the lid back on. Yes, everything gets bleached after this. Oh, I know you got to look at my back. Now remember, this has vegetables in it. Wow, I'm already praying. Oh, God. There. This thing is getting hot. I'm gonna let it cool. It's getting hot. You guys are just joining. I'm making an American Gyros loaf. It would be simpler just to go buy the Kronos meat. But this particular flavor profile, my children decided to like. So this is third one. I think I made 2 last week. And it's a lot of meat juice and stuff involved. It's kind of gross. But it tastes good. And it has vegetables hidden in it. So that's good for me. But you have to make a meat slurry, which is, you know, the grinding of meats with liquid, like you're making a hot dog. But I'm almost down to the end of the meat bag here. I'm going to put some flavorings in it. Because after I grind it, I still got to mix it. Oh my God, yes. Yes! It's tiresome! Pre-mixed spices. I already had I put too much cumin in there. I didn't know I had cumin in here. Oh, black seed. I didn't know I had it in. All right. Making some progress. Flipping along quite quickly. There. And we're going to add cracker meal to this after we're done. And it's sort of red, if you can see it now. You can't see it now, but it's sort of red because of the beet. Gave it some color. All right, so we're going to mix in. So this is we were putting in the this. There. There. And here we go. I decided to put this recipe on the Hangouts because when I went to look for a recipe for this gyros, I couldn't find it. Alton Brown had one. That was it. And I'm like, we should share more things. So change starts with you. So I decided to put this out there in case anybody wanted to know about variations. We got some vegetable pulp. I added spinach to this, ground spinach, because that's what the recipe called for. I added some other vegetables because that's what I had on hand. I knew it wouldn't hurt. Like Brussels sprouts. But you can't leave vegetables in your refrigerator too long. They lose the nutritional value. It's the purpose for eating it. Unless you just like the flavor of Brussels sprouts. I don't. I force myself to eat the stuff just like the kids. But it tastes good in a raw juice smoothie. Just juice all the stuff. It's gross. And add a little vanilla powder. And some ice. Fat-free, sugar-free vanilla powder. That's right. Tastes just like a smoothie. And then add some strawberry jello if you want it to taste like something strawberry. Or a creamsicle, you add orange. And the vanilla powder. Yep, vanilla powder. Simple smoothie recipe. Look at all of this. Excess fiber and whatnot. I'm not putting that in there. It'll be stringy anyway because it's stringy in there. All right. So we have liquid. We have meat. And this is the last bit of meat. So I have all of my spices in this. Yep. So stuff over here just needs to be clean. Let's clean up zone over here. Ugh. And this thing, this Ninja, has lasted me a long time, and it's very hot right now. The Ninja is hot. So there's onion, all the stuff that I need. Going. See, I used up all the different vegetables. No, I didn't. I have some in here reserved. Thank you for reminding me. All right. We're getting it. Now. That's it for that. All right. Now we're going to take this last bit of slurry, and I'm going to be running the dishwasher again. pour that in there. I know this looks horrible. On some level it is. But remember, it has vegetables in it. And so this is the fat. You actually need that. That's probably why you have to put extra fat in there, because fat is like stuck to this. Yeah. Okay. They said I had 7 minutes. So I'm going to have to plug my computer in. And I'm getting it together. Oh, putting it right. There.